good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to Fantastic Hip Hop. Drake has hit rock bottom. This has been a series that has been ongoing for about 3 months, maybe 2 or 3 videos a week, circulating the situation. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what has happened since, but I guess we're gonna find out now. Let's get into it.
To put the rap game back on red alert following his self-proclaimed announcement of a round 2 of his beef with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, by the way, I don't want a round 2. Round 1 was stressful enough. I'm Team Kendrick, understand that. But you have to understand that if he wants a round 2, I feel like there's more information he done dug up or something. And I just don't feel like, I don't know. First of all, it just seems stupid.
Drake was expecting to send shockwaves throughout the entire music world that has been against him for months now and finally bring back the attention and excitement that has been missing from everything he has done following this musical conflict. But now after this move, which in of itself already followed more music releases from Drake through his second 100 Gigs drop, which despite multiple of those songs having clear shots and disses aimed at Kendrick Lamar, instead of even making Kendrick bat an eye or causing just a few people to think Drake could change the narrative of what was done against him this summer, all it did was make more people see just how hard Drake is crashing out right now, and definitely didn't make anybody blink an eye in terms of what Drake was actually trying to accomplish with this, which was of course to save his reputation as we know it and bring momentum back to his failing career. And now with all of this, which has followed some other strange personal controversies that have seemed to actually validate some of the things Kendrick was dissing him about, such as when he was caught hanging out on live with some streamers and personalities who, to keep it brief, have some strange cases.
Yep, I reacted to this, but it was a JB and Fargo video, and that bitch was having like girls in general, girls or women, flash themselves unknowingly to like hella people, and yeah, some of the people that were doing it were under 18. And, you know, Drake and her were friends and he knew what was going on and just said, like, it was just crazy behavior, but shout out to her. Because, you know, so very concerning, but...
One thing about Drake, which is that even in this time where it seems like things couldn't possibly get any worse, the after effects of this beef are far more drastic than anyone could have imagined, because at this point, the loss of this beef has contorted and destroyed not just a few facets of what Drake as a person and musical entity stood for, but this feud has messed up and forever compromised every single thing about Drake, and has twisted every part of his public persona and music career into this sad and pathetic figure. And now because of this, Drake has reached a point where he isn't just no longer able to beef with Kendrick Lamar at the moment, because from skill to numbers, Lamar has shown that he can outperform Drake with ease when they go head to head. But he's also getting destroyed by other rappers who he tried to brush off months ago as not actually being a threat to him, such as A$AP Rocky, who when their new singles went head to head, Rocky ended up being the one who had a higher streaming debut, and now with—
Wait, what are we looking at? Taylor Swift was higher than all the other shit. I reacted to Taylor Swift. If you want to go watch me be confused for like 4 minutes or so, I don't know, however many minutes that shit is, go ahead. It was very, very interesting.
All of this, but Kendrick Lamar no longer caring about it, coming to life, and now Drake's new music getting outperformed by rappers who just months ago he would have doubled or even tripled their streams. Now, the Drake brand is dead and no longer resembles a single thing similar to what people loved about it years or even just a few months ago, because at this point, Drake has reached such a low where people are not even discussing his music anymore because it's so bad and out of touch with everything that it's just making him look more and more immature and pathetic in all senses of the word.
Not even, excuse me. It's not even as bad, or personally, because I'll go and like watch people react to it, and it's like seemingly like people or some people do like it, and every time, like, I'll never be like, oh, this is bad just because I might not fuck with him. If it's good, it's good, and I've said that multiple times. But a lot of the like what he's released as of late hasn't like knocked me out of my shoes. Is that a phrase? Knock me out my socks or some shit. Anyways, it hasn't blown me away. So I am honest about that. Like, it's just, oh, like, it's cool. Like, that's what I keep saying. I'm like, it's not bad. It's not great either, though. It's just cool. Like, and to be honest, it's for me. For me. I want everyone to understand what I just said. I said for me, because mofos get in the comments really talking crazy. Like, y'all need to comment the fuck down, because you wouldn't say it to me. And I can bet you money on God. But anyways, it's forgettable to me. Like, it doesn't, I won't remember it until like the song, I see somebody react to it. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they thought about it. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. But like nothing. I think the one that I enjoyed the most was probably No Face. But even like, I don't know. It's just like the sneak diss and shit is like not cute. No, like it's like, bro, okay, like, okay. It was different when it was like almost like anticipating, oh, what would it be like, hypothesizing, oh, who would win between the two. But we already got it, and like, so what you're saying sounds stupid. That's just like if J. Cole started rapping and talking about he go and he not scared of nobody. Well, actually, bitch, like actually, and J. Cole my second favorite rapper, but it just it sounds dumb, and I feel like that's what's happening. It just sounds stupid when like like I'm doing better than all of my ops, and it's like, well,
have been releasing nearly 15 new songs, which is really an entire album's worth of material this summer that didn't do anything to save his reputation. As from all the features, which only ended up showing and then proving over and over again that the once most coveted thing in music in the Drake stimulus package no longer exists, as every single thing Drake touched flopped. And then with his 100 gigs drops, which have now given us 6 new songs, which aside from making people question what Drake is really trying to accomplish with all this in the first place, did absolutely nothing to strengthen his presence in the rap game, bring him back to the charts where his single drops always existed, and overall create that one defining moment that would welcome him back to a place in the music world where he could even get an ounce of respect. And now because of what really is, when we look at all this in its entirety, the worst stretch of music in Drake's entire career, from The Heart Part 6 to the 100 Gigs
I
collection.
wouldn't say that. I'm not gonna lie, because what is honestly, never mind, terrible. I mean, at least some of this I was like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, like I had some type of enjoyability. I'm making a board stay. It's cool. It's fine. But that other shit was ass.
One of the worst stretches of music and moments we have seen from a significant rapper ever, because between these bad songs, whose presence has only felt more embarrassing and whose failure has only been more consequential because of just how loud Drake has still been while releasing all of this music through his social media posts, which he has just never stopped making and seeking attention from. With the most embarrassing music out and the most embarrassing things you can do as a near 40-year-old man, Drake has taken everything he ever worked for and put it into a blender and crushed it up, because now his music career is destroyed, and so is his personal brand. And if
okay, all right. The wording I think is very strong. I wouldn't say it's destroyed, because he's still gonna, you feel me? He's still gonna do what he does. Like he got stepped on, stomped on. They emptied the clip on his ass, and he still was what the one of his songs number 15. So I don't know. You feel me? Like different place than he was, and that's just facts. And you can't always be at the top all the time. Happens to everybody.
Really sit and think about how long this has been going on for, and also how much volume Drake has given us during this time in terms of his music. This is no longer a fluke to people or a slump in Drake's career, but to audiences who rejected his new music and to the rappers who laughed at his new disses. This is the norm now, as Drake is seen as a rapper who, despite the legacy and commercial value of all of his albums and what they held in the past, the present Drake is useless to the music industry because he provides no artistic or commercial value to anybody right now, and this is why we are now seeing more and more rappers who used to be very close to him move as far away as they can from him, and looking at Drake in comparison to the relative state of hip-hop. The failure of his new music to make any sort of dent into anything has been made all the more worse based on seeing just how much more powerful the superstars he used to be right next to are compared to him at the moment, because as somebody like Travis Scott just sold over 350,000 copies first week from a re-release of a 10-year-old mixtape in Days Before Rodeo, all while Drake is barely getting his songs on the charts. Between now Travis and also Kendrick, even the music industry experts and the companies who profit off all the music these artists release have realized that beyond this beef, Drake has tainted value when it comes to the long-term growth of being a musical force, as it came out recently that deep within the industry, nobody in rap is considered to have more commercial power than Travis Scott and Kendrick Lamar, and knowing things like this, as we see the actual music industry who at the end of—
What did it just say? Sorry, I might need my glasses. Sales experts hits daily double believe that Travis Scott and Kendrick Lamar are currently the biggest players in hip-hop. Travis is the only hip-hop artist other than Kendrick who can move the marketplace right now.
Travis Scott and Kendrick Lamar, and knowing things like this, as we see the actual music industry who at the end of the day have Drake on a contract that is allegedly worth more than any other music deal has ever been, is saying this. It is showing that from what beyond people think and at the very top of the ladder in terms of who makes the decisions in this industry, Drake is now being seen as the least powerful version he has ever been as a commercial force, and in all honesty, with Drake's quality in terms of actually delivering people great music has been gone for way longer than this, and if we really want to be honest with ourselves, all he has been doing for the most really in the entire 2020s decade has been chasing the charts and trying to rack up the—
And like my thing is like, why even risk it? Like, you lost. if you lose again, you could be like, your shit could be actually destroyed, stepped on, hopped on, set on fire, thrown off a cliff, all types of shit. Why not just, you lost? He could have disappeared all summer. Motherfuckers would have been like, where the fuck Drake at? Where did he go? Popped out, made good music, undeniably good music. You feel me? Like, I don't know, like, what are the people? Did he fire everybody on his team when motherfuckers thought it was a leak or something? Because it don't seem like this man is getting no type of assistance or like smart like guidance or some shit. Because whatever.
Up the most streams as possible. If the labels and companies that he has tried so hard to boost their own pockets alongside his own now see that Drake is compromised, and because of the way he handled this summer following his beef with Kendrick Lamar,
the cheater
he is no
of
longer
all
the guy
cheaters.
who is switching the tides of the charts every time he drops. There's really nothing more left to say, as it's clear to everyone, from the listeners to the executives, that Drake has stumbled down lower than most ever could, because the fact that just in a matter of few months,
I know all the words to Euphoria, and I just felt like I needed to announce that.
Somebody who can't even make a hit if they tried right now, yet is still
okay,
so upset.
Alright, he don't like Drake. It's clear. I ain't gonna lie, the way he talking is like I'm not the biggest fan of Drake, to be honest. Like I said, Kendrick's my favorite rapper. But like some of the some of the stuff he's saying is like, damn, bro, like, Jesus. The old Drake, the Drake I knew in high school, no, it has not been like that Drake. So I feel like it has all been kind of like in the same pocket, and so I don't think that it's like he's releasing anything that's bad now, or wasn't it like it's so much worse than what he has been releasing. It's like on the same level. I ain't gonna lie. It's just that people's perceptions are fucked up about him, and so now they're like, the blinders are off. You know when you like in a relationship and like you love somebody and like everybody else is like, what the fuck? And then you like, oh my God, he's so this and that, and then you break up with his ass. And you're like, bro, whole time you was a lame. That's what's happening. Blinders are coming off and motherfuckers looking at the music like, really? This is it?
With numbers and attention that they are willing to compromise their own integrity and whatever future stability their career had, all to try to get a petty move back on someone. It is showing that even the guy who didn't just make albums like Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, but CLB and For All the Dogs is gone, because based on the way Drake acts now, despite what he says and despite the attention he's trying to make on social media, if he had a song that could have saved him based on what he has been doing, it would have been out already. So at this point, it's more than safe to say that because of what has went down and just how he has never stopped trying to win people back, Drake has lost his touch as an artist, and I don't know if he'll ever get it back. And now because of this all-time low summer that he's had, his career is never going to be the same, because his people no longer care for his music the way they did, nor do the executives and industry think the power his name holds is even significant in his own genre and lane anymore.
Damn.
Drake's worst nightmare has become true, because from here on out following this summer, this failure is no longer a moment in time that's going to pass away for him. It's now the new norm, and going forward, the future of his career is going to be a living nightmare. Now, with all of this said, let me know. Do you think Drake will ever come?
Like I said, I don't know if he'll ever come back and be where he was at, but I don't think he's gonna fall off completely. Obviously, like I said, he just got demolished in the beef, and is still on the charts. Like, he didn't knock him completely off, or he's not releasing like garbage doo-doo trash. He's not doing like where you just like every song he puts out, you're like, what the fuck was this shit, bro? Like, why would you do that? Well, it's not all Wagwan Delilah, 'cause that shit. I just have to see. He's not gonna take my advice. I done told this man to sit his ass down for some time, let the world miss him, and then come out with some crazy introspective, like vulnerable shit, talking about your feelings, and not always trying to act like you the best thing and nothing happened, and like, you feel me? So I don't know. I don't know how things are gonna go, but I don't think it's gonna be a complete fall off. He just seems like people just not fucking with him as much. Now, if his house gets raided, it's very possible that the man's gonna fall off. Or if this daughter somehow appears somewhere, some way, somehow, yeah, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.